Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time viewing, my name is Aviana. This is Aviana's Ascension, and today we are going to tap in for the full moon in Taurus on November 15th. So I'm a little bit early recording it, but I like to do my full moon, new moon readings a little early for my newsletter because I like to pair them with some rituals. So if you do want to get my readings a little earlier and get some rituals to do with the new moon, the full moon, definitely sign up for my newsletter. Check it out. All right. But as I was kind of like tapping into the energy and just like kind of getting some visuals, I feel like this is going to be this full moon in Taurus. So I feel like working our way up to it, there's going to be a lot of abundance, a lot of, maybe some income coming in, new business ideas, maybe some of us getting promotions, just oh, just a lot more abundance making its way to us. And because of that new moon in Scorpio on November 1st, we've worked through a lot of fear, right? So when there's no fear stopping you, the flow, 111 on the timer, the flow is a lot more faster. So I feel like we've been getting a lot more blessings, a lot more abundance, but now it's kind of like, what do we do with that now? How do we, it's kind of like the saying when people say, like, have your money make more money for you, It's kind of like, okay, so now that we have all this beautiful new energy, these new opportunities, these new abundance blessings, what are we going to do with it? How can we make the most of it, basically? So we'll see what comes through with that. I feel like this is an energy of, I don't know, I feel like it's like, okay, be smart now. It's like, okay, before we were playing checkers, now we're playing chess, which is interesting, right? This makes me think of like when people say like higher tax brackets have different kinds of problems. Like, obviously, for the most, I mean, I don't know, I'm not in a high tax bracket by any means, but I'd imagine, I'd hope that they don't have to worry about money. But I imagine that they do have to worry about, lots of property taxes if you own multiple homes, It's kind of like being an employee versus owning the company, As an employee, there's certain day-to-day things you have to worry about, but owning a company and you're responsible for all the employees, their insurance, things like that, that obviously has a different weight to it, right? Not to say one is more important or harder than the other, but it's just different, which is why we're having to be a bit smarter or be a little bit more, just, I feel like it's a different thought process that's happening, right? Because in the past we would let a lot of fear dictate how we moved, what we invested in. But now it's like we don't have fear stopping us. We know love is flowing and the universe is protecting. We can have anything we want. So what do we want and how do we make the most of it? That's what it feels like. All right, but let's cut the deck. Let's see what's going on. I always like to find the card I'm looking for and see what cards are around it. So let's do it. All right. Let's look for Taurus. Full moon in Taurus. And Taurus is an earth sign, so it makes sense to me why this would involve a lot of like our money, our home, our work, our career, our stability. That's what Taurus is all about. All right, we found it. All right, beautiful. So, oh, that's crazy. This is crazy. All right, this is going to be a fun reading. Let's get into it. Okay, so we have your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus, right? So obviously, like our dreams are coming true, but we have to be practical with it. What are we going to do now? You know, what makes the most sense, right? Because we had a very spiritual approach, right? Especially with the new moon in Scorpio, we were, working through those energies. But now that we're seeing it play out in the physical, now what? And I always told people the physical is the last to shift. So we just did that inner work, that inner shift, right? We have worked through your fears, new moon and Scorpio. I literally shuffled these cards so much, you know what I mean? So it's kind of amazing to me that you got your new moon and your full moon right next to each other that we're experiencing in November. But this is again emphasizing how much working through your fears allowed you to bring in your dreams, right? You changed your inner world. So now your outer world is changing. Okay, the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. So yeah, a lot of us that, you know, may have struggled, whether that was with finances, with fear, with stability, security in different ways, that's no longer happening, right? Now that we've kind of worked through the fears and worked through the cycles that we kept repeating. And now that we've done that, now what? And that's what it feels like. Now what? Gorgeous. See, look, we have you're close to achieving your goals. You and your loved ones are safe. Prosperity lies ahead. It's a very beautiful energy coming through for us. Believe in the impossible. See, a lot of us, like, we're going through like rapid transformation. So it's almost like we're changing, like, some of us, our lives, it's almost like when people get viral off of random stuff. And then it's like the corn kid. Corn. You know what I mean? Like, who would have known that somebody would have made a song out of that? And now this kid's everywhere eating corn. You know what I mean? So it feels very, very like that. All right, but let's read out of the book to get a little bit more in depth. Your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. I see this is number 70, the page number. So some of you guys, 7 may be significant for you. Or maybe some of you guys, maybe like April 27th could be your birthday, May 7th. I don't know. All right, let's see. Sometimes you need to weave a bit of magic, and sometimes you need to be practical. And sometimes you need to find a combination of the two. And I feel like that's what happened. Like, we were doing a lot of magic here with that new moon in Scorpio, so now it's kind of time to blend both. This card suggests that this is where you are now. You need to use the laws of attraction to draw on what you want, imagining it, expecting it, welcoming it. But you need to balance that with taking down to earth steps towards your goals. See, and right here we have it's time to take action, new moon in Aries. So yeah, I feel like we did a lot of that internal work. So now it's time to, walk the walk. This isn't about wishing on the moon and hoping for the best. It's about making something like a list of bullet points about how to achieve your dreams. If you're asking about money, this card heralds a change of financial fortunes depending on both your past actions and what you're expecting and therefore attracting. I like it. So again, it lets you know, your past is going to influence this. And in the past, we've been working through our fears. So now, how can you match your expectation, your energy with what you want to bring in, right? We let go of the fear. So what do you want to replace that with? I like it. And it says, write down 10 things that you know are wonderful about you. Great. Additional meanings for this card. Laziness could explain your current situation. If so, change that and own it. Chasing money doesn't work. You need to chase a dream. Jealousy or envy create negative energy and attract negativity. More exercise is called for. I like that. I definitely think exercise, especially in a spiritual sense, like when I don't go to the gym and exercise or do yoga, I notice the difference, especially when like I get caught up in my business stuff and get busy. My body hurts. I don't feel as good and I don't flow as well. So if you're experiencing like some struggle with flow, especially with money coming to you, go to the gym, go work out, go on a walk, go do something to get the blood moving, the flow going. The full moon in Taurus is a time to get back to earth, to get grounded, to work through any negative feelings you've been dealing with, and to find a balance between being passionate and being overly intense. Money issues may come to a head at the time of the full moon in Taurus. But you can take this card as a sign to pay more attention to your cash flow no matter when you draw it. I like it. So yeah, I definitely feel like this is us increasing flow, right? Whether that's the flow of money, flow of energy, it's all energy, whatever. And we're increasing flow because we work through our fears, but now ask yourself, where do you want the flow to go, right? It can be easy to get caught up in fears again, or you can focus on where you actually want it to go. Positive things, passionate things, healthy things, okay? All right, I like to pull a few cards before we get into the tarot just to see what else this may need to tell us. Thank you. See, we just had that full moon in Aries, so take time to breathe out. May have been an intense full moon on October 17th for some of us, but we're relaxing now. Everything's coming full circle. All right, so let's see. A time to give rather than take, new moon in Virgo. Beautiful. Okay, so This increases your flow. A lot of people think, oh, let me save, let me hoard, let me have a tight grip on what I want so that way it doesn't get away from me. But that is moving with fear, right? If you know something's yours and it's meant for you and it's not going to go anywhere, you're not going to keep it trapped in a cage. You know, you're going to let it go about and move around and do its thing, right? So some of you guys, you may be encouraged to kind of, spend some money or go out or just be more interactive and, you know, giving so that you can also receive, right? Because the universe isn't just going to give to you if you're not also giving to others. Your outer world matches your inner world. It's kind of like you are what you eat. If you're being selfish, people are going to be selfish towards you too, and so is the universe. Because that's scarcity, that's lack. We don't do that. All right, have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. It's all going to work out. This is one of my favorite cards because it's one of the ones with flowers, and it's letting you know that things are blooming, things are coming together for you. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Absolutely. Some of you guys be okay with not having all the answers. Don't wait for that like guaranteed security or validation or whatever in order to go towards what you want to go towards or be in the energy you want to be in. You know what I mean? Like if you guys want to be in an energy of like, oh, you have a lot of money, a lot of abundance. Okay, how do you act whenever that's your reality? You spend money. You don't worry about it. Don't walk around with worry. Okay. Let me get this candle switched out. All right. Let's shuffle up some cards. We're going to start with the glow in the dark deck. This deck is really cool. I like to use it because to me it makes me feel like it represents the shadow. So yeah, Eight of Pentacles. We've definitely been putting in that work. We have been. So know that the reward is coming through. I feel it. But yeah, I feel like the glow in the dark deck represents the shadow. And then I have my light seers deck to represent the light. So let's see what comes out. Messages for full moon in Taurus. Most important, please and thank you. All right, let's see what's going on. I love it. I'm really into it. Okay. We have the Star card, the King of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Eight of Wands. Oof. Let me tell you what. Gorgeous. Okay, we don't need every card. Come on. Okay, we'll take every card. Let me tell you what's coming on. All right. We have the Star with the King of Pentacles, the Chariot, Eight of Wands. So very quickly coming in, abundance, fulfillment, everything we ever wanted. And with the Star card, that's soul level fulfillment. That's not surface level. That's not, disingenuine things coming in to bring you that what is it? That gratification. It's not an immediate satisfaction kind of thing. It's coming in quickly, but this is something that you've been wanting for a long time. This is something that you worked hard to get. You know what I mean? This isn't just an accident. This isn't out of the blue. You put in a lot of work here. You deserve it. Six of Pentacles, the Empress. Equal give and take here. That's why you're getting blessed, because the universe wants to bless somebody who's going to give as well. So that's why they're saying, hey, show up like this already so we can get this going. Show up like an empress. Show up like a wealthy person. How do they show up? They don't worry. They're generous. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, there's different kinds of wealthy people, right? But the kind of wealthy people the universe wants to give that wealth to is generous. Show up like that now because it's already done for you. All right, and how did this come about? Well, because we were able to overcome our fears from the past, our fears from childhood. Instead of letting them continue to dictate us, we brought balance to them. We walked away from the painful situations and we are feeling a sense of unity, of calm, of peace and protection. We trust ourselves, we trust our intuition. We know what's we know that it's our time. It's our time for blessings. It's our time to feel loved and supported and have faith in that, trust in that. Move like it's already done. And I feel like that's a little bit of what the book was saying, was like, envision it, be it, but also like how else can you show up? Not just in the spiritual sense, but in what other ways, you know? Like how does that version of you wake up every day? How do you dress? Where do you go to eat? What do you eat? You know what I mean? Show up. Don't, show up. Okay. All right. Show up and don't be scared to show up. Okay. Orange. Beautiful. All right. With the Ace of Swords, the Lovers, we are fully following our hearts. We are trusting what our heart is guiding us towards. This is beautiful. There's a lot of balance. There's a lot of harmony. There's a lot of clarity here. Again, no more fear, no more illusion, no more, worry. We are moving with complete trust, with complete clarity, and we're going towards victory. We're going towards success. There's no other option now. Okay? With the Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, absolutely. This is a time of celebration. This is a reunion of self and spirit and heart, all coming back together to help you go towards your abundance, go towards your happiness. This is beautiful. This is blessings. This is everyone has everything they need. Everyone feels supported. Everyone is taken care of. It's like a utopia. That's what I feel, a utopia. Yeah, Eight of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, the Emperor. So in the past, there was like it was almost like overworking because of fear, right? Feeling like, how do I know what's going to happen? How can I trust it? Is my passion enough? When we didn't trust it, we would put in that work, hustle and grind. There are times when we need to be focused and, get in there, but doing so out of fear is not the move anymore, right? So now we're moving out of love. Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups. We're following our heart. We're letting our intuition, our heart guide us, not our mind, not our fear. Beautiful. And that is what's leading us to that success, that abundance. Absolutely. That celebration, that victory that we've been waiting for, honestly. We realized it was in the heart this whole time. I mean, crazy, crazy. Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups coming out. I'm telling you, can't make it up, right? It is big on the heart. We already have the Three of Cups, so the Lover's out. I mean, this is just saying, like, the truth of the matter is, if you want to be where you want to go, if you want to get there faster, you have to follow your heart. It's not through overworking. It's not through fear. It's not through, doubting yourself or, following comfort zones. It's through following your heart and your intuition. And sometimes that's scary, but that's the only way. A lot of us for a long time, we're kind of like going crazy, trying to figure out what's the answer. What do I do? Realizing the answer was right in front of us the whole time. Always the heart. So now we're learning to listen to our heart, take a step back, and go within. We recognize that there was a lot of fear, a lot of confusion that was motivating us in the past. But that just got us lost. That got us repeating cycles over and over and over, So now we're done with that. We're done with that, going towards our abundance. Gorgeous. I love it. All right, we have the Ace of Wands. Ooh, Judgment, Ace of Pentacles, and Temperance. I love this. Look, we have 3 angel cards. Look at that. You've got the Lovers with the angel there. We've got Judgment with the angel and Temperance with the angel. I think these are the only cards with angels on them, which is so cool, right? This is again letting us know, follow your heart. You will always be protected, always watched over. There should be no doubt in your mind right now. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. All right, with the Ace of Wands here and the Ace of Pentacles, these are all new beginnings for us. And we have the Ace of Swords too. The only one we're missing is the Ace of Cups. And we're following our heart, so I feel like we've got it already, right? New opportunities, new beginnings, new chapters for all of us. It's about time, you know? And these are chapters that are based in love and trust and happiness. We're doing it. We're going towards this new beginning. With Judgment and Temperance, this is beautiful. So this is just about, being honest about where you've been and where you want to go. And allowing the experiences that need to teach you to teach you. I feel like with following our heart, this is having us change the narrative on lessons, Instead of being like, oh, why did I have to go through this lesson? I wish it could just be easy. Now because we recognize we're meant to be there, because we followed our heart, our intuition led us here for some reason. Now we're appreciating the lessons more, I feel. Instead of having to drag our feet through them, we're excited to go through them, excited to learn, excited to grow. That's all our heart wants to do, is to grow and evolve and, change and experience new things. Instead of letting fear hold us back or have fear tainting those experiences, we have gratitude now. Very beautiful. All right, let's get one more card. Oh, okay. Let's see. This is a lot of cards. No, they said no. Okay, they're ready for the new deck. Okay, they're over this. All right. So yeah, what a beautiful, beautiful energy. This makes me really happy because I know it's hard to follow your heart, especially whenever you've been through a lot of pain, a lot of, maybe times when you did follow your heart and it didn't work out, whatever. It can be hard to get back into that, into that mindset of being able to trust yourself and all that. So I'm really proud of all of us. And I just see, look at that. Hearts. All right. Okay. See, we have the Wheel of Fortune that popped out just now. Again, letting us know that this is a new cycle, a new start, a new chapter for a lot of us. And that being said, it may be a little triggering for some of us too. But I feel like it may trigger, but I feel like we're past the point of letting triggers keep us stuck. I don't know. That's what I'm feeling. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands, the Devil, the Sun card, the Three of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Hierophant, the Queen of Swords. I feel like some of us were scared to follow our hearts because, we never wanted to get hurt, right? When you have a heart big, radiating like this, you don't want people to step on it. Normal. I get it, right? Even if I had a heart like the Grinch, I'd still not want people to step on it, right? But I feel like I just feel we're moving past that. With the Queen of Swords, I feel we know how to protect our heart now. And we also know that sometimes a part of growth, evolution, is going through loss and heartbreak. But sometimes you got to go through it to become stronger. It is what it is, you know what I mean? And I always tell people everything happens for a reason. Even if we don't understand the reason while we're going through this situation, eventually we will. And sometimes maybe we never will. Sometimes it's a past life karma thing that we got to get through. Either way, you just got to get through it. All right, let's see what's going on. Yeah, there's a change in perspective, a shift happening when it comes to following the heart. Even in situations where we don't feel like it's making sense, right? Because showing up as a page, that's meaning like, that means, there's the excitement, the eagerness to go towards something, but there's still that hesitation, that uncertainty, just because you're not as experienced. But we're not letting that keep us stuck anymore. We're allowing ourselves to follow our heart in every situation, even in the situations where the brain is screaming to guide us. We know we can trust our heart now. Absolutely. Going forward with confidence and going forward in a way of like balancing the fear and the love, you know? Okay. All right. So we have the King of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, the World card, the Eight of Wands, and Nine of Wands. Let's see here. I feel like this is someone's hard work paying off. But it feels like with this Nine of Wands here, it feels like, and with the World as well, like it feels like that hard work paying off mentality is getting retired. And it's not to say that we're not going to be working hard, like obviously if there's a passion, if there's something you're dedicating your time to, you're working hard at it. But it's a sense of like not compromising ourselves to get where we want to be. Still allowing ourselves to have relaxation, spending time with friends and family, going on trips and stuff, not just sacrificing to get to a certain place and then, you know, I'm going to sit with this energy for a bit. We have the Lovers, the Ace of Cups, Temperance as well. So, again, like, all of this is just about following your heart for sure. But I feel like this is like us realizing that sometimes whenever we overwork ourselves, it puts us on a hamster wheel with our goals. Instead of letting it just naturally unfold and trying to force and control, we realize that just exhausted us. Tell me more about this Eight of Pentacles, King of Wands, the World card here. Yeah, the Five of Cups with the Three of Cups. Yeah, I feel like a lot of us, we would sacrifice like friends, family, time with loved ones in order to work and show up and things like that in order to gain that success. But then we realized the road to success was so lonely. So then what is all of this for? If I'm sitting in here in a 20-room mansion by myself, what is this for? You know? Yeah, it's like a lot of us are realizing the sacrifice we made, especially in regards to family and loved ones, in order to go towards what we wanted to go towards. And now we realize, oh, I don't have to sacrifice so much. If I follow my heart, my intuition, if I have faith and trust and let things unfold how they're meant to, then I don't have to sacrifice so much. Let's look at that Eight of Wands, Nine of Wands a bit, though. Tell me more about that. Yeah, the Three of Wands, the Two of Wands. We're realizing that we can show up differently. We get to choose how we show up, how we arrive. And if it's in a way that is blocking the flow of our blessings, why would we do it? If it's in a way that makes us feel drained by the end of it, what's it for? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to wear my body out so that way when I do finally get to retire, I'm exhausted and don't get to enjoy my life. No thanks. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is just us realizing the choice in not only following our heart or fear, but how we choose to show up with that as well. You know, you can still be following your heart and draining yourself, right? So we're learning to even take it a step further. Yeah, a lot of us, like, it's a fear of, like, well, if I don't, sacrifice, if I don't always say yes and always show up, then the opportunity will go to someone else. Then I won't be able to get where I want to get. Hey, if you're not showing up authentically to where you want to be, then you're not meant to be there, right? Have faith that you're going to get there when you need to get there. Let it happen naturally, you know? And some of us, we may mistake practicality with overworking. Gorgeous. Oh man, if anyone has some suggestions for upper back pain, leave them in the comments. My body hurts so bad. Okay. So we have the Fool, the High Priestess, the Tower. That's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, we're realizing that compromising, sacrificing, we don't need to do that anymore. That's outdated. That's done. We're done with that. Okay. We're following our intuition. We're following our inner guidance with love, with appreciation, with optimism. We're taking leaps of faith here. We're doing things in a completely different way than they've ever been done, really. So, congratulations and thank you. Because I appreciate all of you guys that are going against the normal. And even though it may be scary to, choose yourself, take step backs, let it unfold naturally, you're doing it anyway. So I'm proud of you. And thank you so much for that. So, yeah. And that's why you're going to get your balance, because you chose to show up in a balanced way, right? If you show up in a depleted way, I would only anticipate depletion coming your way. But we're moving towards a more sustainable way of showing up. And that is what leads us to our success. Not sacrificing ourselves, not working like a dog and, running ourselves into the ground, but by moving with faith, following your heart, work-life balance. Okay. I'm going to get one more card or however many more come out, and then we'll pull a few more oracle cards, and then that'll be that. But if this is resonating for you guys, let me know with a like, a comment, please, and thank you. See, yeah, it's no more competition. No more competition. No more if they do it, then I can't, and I can't have that. It's about recognizing sometimes some people are going to be in the sun and some people aren't. Some people move faster than others, and that's okay. Trust your journey, because you're going to go towards what you want to go towards. Trust. All right. With the Death card here, the Queen of Cups. Yeah, this is letting us know that, it's just time. It's time to follow our heart. It's time to let our inner world be the guidance, not the outer world, not the external pressure, but ourselves. Trusting ourselves, trusting the universe, letting things unfold naturally. That's what this is all about. I like it. I like it. And yeah, that's what I feel like this full moon in Taurus is going to be telling us is, yes, work towards your dreams, your goals, but don't compromise yourself to get there, because that's moving out of alignment. And that's going to cause you to take longer than you want. So just relax. Have faith. All right, let's close it out with some oracle messages, please, and thank you, Spirit. And again, if you guys would like to receive these messages a little earlier with some rituals attached to it, sign up for my newsletter. That is on my website. And if you sign up for the newsletter, you do get a free guided meditation sent to you. So get into it. All right, but look, see, you are good enough. Work through your fears. Time to take action. Yeah, you are good enough. Don't worry about it. Don't put so much pressure on yourself, because you're already doing it. I like it. Okay, So we have meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces, as well as surrender to the divine, full moon. So yeah, a lot of us, it's definitely time to meditate, spend some time in our inner world, and then allow yourself to see how that makes sense for you in your physical world. Communicate with the divine, with God, whatever you're into, so that way you guys can co-create this together. It's not all on your shoulders, and it's not all on spirit. Bring that co-creation into play. Okay, communication is key. Closed mouths don't get fed. If spirit doesn't know, or if your boss doesn't know, if your family doesn't know, whoever, if people don't know what you need, what you want, it can't come to you. So be honest and be vocal. Okay, all right, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you would like a personal reading or personal alchemy healing ceremony where I help people turn their pain into power, all of that will be on my website, linked down below. I also have some online classes and ceremonies, things like that you can check out. Um, and I also have all my social media down below. If you guys want to get more content, follow me on there. Yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Enjoy your full moon. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.